I was actually seeing Lucy earlier, then we just bumped into Sam
Hello.
Oxcentric on the street. So, not much to say really, but I thought it was funny, all three of us together. I'm sure you've seen both of their channels, much bigger than mine, but if you haven't, I will leave their links. Do check them out. But just a fun little video.
Yeah, that was honestly so random. I was meeting up with Lucy, so I knew she was going to be there, obviously. But just as I was coming out, we saw Sam walking in to see someone else in my college. And to be honest, I did know he was seeing someone else because this person's our mutual friend. But the timings worked out so perfectly that just as we were going out, we saw him. So we got this nice little video. But then for the rest of the night, Sam came into our college and we hung out. We played some pool, we did some other stuff. Of course, we talked about YouTube and how we're going to take over the Oxford YouTube space. But it was really nice to see both of them on the same day. And with Lucy, we had dinner in our dining hall. She's from Christchurch, which is a super nice college. So I definitely felt a bit of college pressure to really show a really nice picture of our college. And I saw in her latest video, she talked about, oh, this is the best college I've been to that's not my own.
The prettiest college that you visited, not allowed to say your own. Merton. I did like Merton.
And it wasn't Trinity, it wasn't our one. So I guess more work to do in the future. But it was really nice to see both of them. Talking about size of channel, I haven't asked for a few weeks, but please do subscribe. I'm on the road to 1,000 and I'm trying to hit it before I go back to Oxford. So that's in roughly a month. Thank you so much. I get the sense this video might be all over the place chronologically because I haven't posted a video like this for a while, so I'm just gonna amalgamate all the best clips. But this is in 7th week. And in 7th week, we had Oxmas. Oxmas is November the 25th, which is Oxford's version of Christmas because the terms are so short. By the time it gets to real Christmas, we're not in Oxford. So they do everything a month early, and we have Oxmas on the 25th, Boxing Day, which is Boxing Day of course on the 26th, and all the celebrations are for that sort of time. What was also unique about Oxmas this year is it fell on the same day as Thanksgiving, which was something along the lines of the first time in quite a few years. And for some reason, Thanksgiving's quite a big thing at Oxford as well. We had Thanksgiving lunch, and then on top of that we had all our Christmas dinners, we had these nice formals. Of course, I'll make a video all about that, which is coming out soon. Actually, I think the video after this one should go out, maybe on Christmas Day. So that's something to look forward to. But it was very weird to see all this Christmas stuff, especially in November. I'm not even Christian, I do absolutely nothing for Christmas, but I very much got in the Christmas spirit. I think it's inevitable, because there's so much stuff going on. It's in 7th week of Oxford terms are 8 weeks, so everyone wants to go home by then pretty much. Everyone's really burnt out, having a rubbish time, so it's nice to get into this Christmas spirit and just feel a bit more of that. There had been some filming before in Oxford, in our college, for some other Amazon Prime documentary, which I made a YouTube short about. But again, they came back for more filming, and of course, I volunteered again because I like this kind of stuff. It was really nice to do. I don't know why they always choose our college, Trinity, unless every college does it this much, I'm not sure. Our front quad does look quite nice. It's definitely the nicest part of the college. But this one was in the dining hall, so I'm not too sure. Maybe there's just a bit of a rapport now between this filming company, which I think is external. But they came in and I spent an hour or something like that putting on fake decorations, taking them off. Someone else puts them on, takes them off. You do it both together, trying to make it clip. And actually, on Christmas dinner, the Christmas formal, which is this video next week that I'm going to do a review of, they were filming us again on that day. So we had to walk into the hall to our seats, and then we would go back and they would record from a different angle. So plenty of filming going on for these things. They filmed us getting ready for it, knocking on each other's doors and, you know, bringing a group together to all go down for the Christmas formal together. Light blue shirt Sam again. This is obviously going to be me in the future talking about everything in hindsight again. But we just got an email saying all the Christmas video stuff we did was cancelled, which does make sense. At the time, of course, we were completely following the regulations, but stuff has changed a bit and they thought it would come across in the wrong taste if we were to release all this footage now with all the new stuff going on, which is a shame, but it was definitely fun to be filmed and they said we can release the footage next year. Who knows if that will happen or not, but yeah, oh well. No footage coming out officially from Oxford, but what to do. I wasn't sure how much Oxmas was going to be a thing. I'd kind of maybe heard it was a thing before coming, but I don't know. It's a thing. It's definitely a thing. In the JCR, we had our Christmas tree. There was a JCR event to decorate it, do some other stuff. But yeah, people definitely got in the spirit. Well, first of all, Monday the 8th of November, 5th week, Monday of 5th week. But second of all, what was that? I just went, let me bring up a chair. I just went to the college university challenge trials for a bit of fun to see what it was like. And basically we're all in this room and someone's at the front reading out the questions and we have to write down what we think. It's just very informal to get through the later rounds until eventually the college will pick a team Then the college team will go to University Challenge and try and become on the programme, everything like that. I mean, I 100% knew I obviously wasn't going to get it, and I wasn't sure what to expect, but it was quite something. Apart from the fact these questions are ridiculously stupid, I got like close to 0 of them.
Literature. Question 28. Speakers of poems by which poet include a monk who detests a fellow monk, a character in Shakespeare's Tempest, an Italian artist and contemporary of Michelangelo, and a wealthy man displaying a painting of his suspiciously deceased wife.
I didn't even bother handing my sheet at the end because I just literally had nothing of value to hand in. 2 of my 4 tutors were actually on University Challenge themselves when they were students, and one of them was team captain, and that tutor actually won it as well. And then we have another tutor who was also on it. So, you know, clever people going around. Not me. Not for University Challenge anyway. Really funny because there was one question which was about Ed Sheeran, and you could really see who was there just for banter, to see what it would be like going to the trials, and who was there seriously, because that was, in my head, a really easy question. And I, along with roughly 2/3 of the room, wrote the answer down instantly. Something about his albums, the answer was Ed Sheeran. And you could see the 1/3 of the room that was actually very serious about the quiz. A lot of them had no idea what the answer was. And I thought that was very funny because every other question about historical kings, scientific whatever, geographical whatever, they knew. This was the one thing they didn't know. But of course, there were some people who looked like they did super well, and good for them. It was well worth going because you got to hear all the people who were obviously trying to show how much they know, because they would ask for clarifications out of the question. When the question was clear, it was just to point out that they knew some specific niche thing about the question, and they were asking, you know, was it this or was it that they're, you know, specifically looking for in the whole room's size. But it was very, very fun. Got nothing out of it, but well worth going to. Halfway through term, we're at the end of 4th week now. There's 8 weeks and we've done 4, and it very much feels as if we're in the festive spirit. We had Diwali, which in our marquee, in our college, we had some food and drink, some candle kind of lamp decorations, we had some chalk decorations on the floor, drawing, that kind of stuff. A nice celebration. But after that, and we also had some fireworks, which to be honest weren't actually from our college, they were from St John's, which is the next door college, kind of that side. They're much bigger, richer college than us. It works for us though, because we get to enjoy their fireworks celebrations. Once we obviously heard it, some of us are working in the library, and it's just the opposite side of St John's wall that we share with them. So we could really hear it, and a lot of us came out and took a bit of a break. We took some deck chairs, which are kind of around.
Here we go.
We watched the fireworks for a bit, which was very nice. I'm not sure when I last saw fireworks, but it really feels like the festive spirit has started.
Okay, St John's know how to do it, don't they?
Oxmas is in a few weeks. Hanukkah, the Jewish Festival Lights, is around then as well. We've obviously just had Diwali. Fireworks nights tomorrow, if that means anything. I guess that's maybe another reason for the fireworks. But that's also dangerous because there's still a lot of term left. There's still over half. And I can't wind down too early because there's plenty of work to do. And even though in school you feel, oh, it's Christmas now, you're starting to wind down, I can't do that because we're literally less than half of the way through the term. So I need to keep on pushing, not feel like the festive spirit is taking over too much. But yeah, a really nice day again. 23rd of November, 2 days before Oxmas. You can really see how much of an impact Oxmas has on basically this whole month. I really hope it's not a letdown, but hopefully you've already seen it because I put it first in the video because it was the most interesting and it wasn't a letdown, but who knows. Anyway, today in the evening, there was this event in the beer cellar, which is my favourite space in the college. There's 2 music societies at Trinity. One's for actual music performance, for the people that can, you know, that are classically trained in music, basically an orchestra, that kind of vibe. And there's a separate one for just like listening to music. I go most weeks, but I don't really count it as a club or society that I go to. We go to the second year's room and we just hang out and listen to some music, and it basically just becomes the social event for the night, that day of the week. But today, actually, there was a special event, and this music society, there was actually a performance. So the music kind of enjoying society became a bit of a music performance society for the night. And plenty of people, I guess you had to book in advance, but it was basically an open mic. And I've been working there a bit recently as well, with some friends. It's warmer than the libraries, it's quieter than the libraries. It doesn't have plug sockets, which is the only problem, but it's actually a brilliant space to work, and I'm so glad I found this little Easter egg of a space. And then it's being shut down next term because they're doing some renovations. There's always renovations going on. I don't know if that's a normal thing or I've got an unlucky year for my college, but there's always something being shut down each term. My favourite space is being shut down. So I also felt it was a nice way to kind of say goodbye to the space. Of course, we still have quite a few weeks left, but it was a really nice event, and again, very, very fun. Wednesday, 5th week. I think I found a good setup now. I don't know why it took me so long to work out how to frame the camera nicely. I guess I was trying to go for a more casual look. But what happened today? Today, some alpacas came around. This was part of one of the welfare things, because a big thing in Oxford is 5th week blues, which is this concept of once you're in 5th week, you're over halfway through the term, but it still feels like there's a lot of term left. You're really not that close to the end, but you feel like you've done a lot and there's not much to show for it. And so I think the welfare in each specific college picks up a bit in 5th week as they try to provide some fun little activities, just as something to do, just to show we're thinking of you, if nothing else. I'm not sure how many people's mood fundamentally changes because they see a few alpacas, but maybe they do, who knows? And when I say college, I mean the JCR committee, so that's the student body, the welfare reps. So credit to them as opposed to the actual college itself. I guess maybe they provide the money for it, but as far as I understand, all the work is done by student volunteers who volunteer to be on this position in the committee. I didn't actually sign up for alpacas, and I thought they might be strict about you can only go for your sign-up slot, but in the end they were very lax about it. Yeah, not too much to say about this section. There were some alpacas. The alpacas came. It was nice to look at the alpacas, but there we go. Another update soon, I'm sure. Light blue shirt Sam for the last time for this video. To say one thing before it concludes. I've been really interested and thankful to hear your interview stories, those who wrote them. Best of luck to everyone, of course, as that's kind of the time of year right now. And second of all, you are the kind of people that I want to hear. What's best for the channel? Please do let me know. I'm approaching 1,000 subscribers. I think it would be really fun if I were watching a very small channel to have a say. And that's exactly what I want it to feel like, where you can tell me and I'll, take very, very serious consideration of what you say. Of course, I reply to every comment. I feel at this point I should kind of know what works. I've tried a lot of different things, but did you like this? Do you prefer the shorter videos? Do you prefer higher intensity, lower intensity? Which pace of video? I'm really, really, really very open and interested to hear. So please do let me know. Maybe to compare it to a shorter video, check out my matriculation video, which we'll put up here. If you haven't watched that yet, just to compare two different types. And also, that's a really great video anyway. That's one of the most exciting events of the Oxford year. So check that video out. But apart from that, I'll see you in the next video.